D'Antoine! What's up, Denisha? Hey, Leslie. Hey, Amber. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, sir. Hey, Byron Wiggins. Hey, Deacon Santana. Hey, Corey Callum. Bobby. You up late tonight. Listen, I'm up late too. Let me tell you something. Hey, Christian Gray, Sterling Gray, Linda Hudson, April Williams, Marcus Terry, Sir the Ross. Yeah, you ain't been in here in a while. I'm doing amazing. Hey, T. Edwards. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Hey, Ashley Dewberry. Hey, girl. Hey. Hello.
What you doing?
Nothing. Just sitting in the house. I just got in about an hour ago. What's up?
I said, do you have Hulu?
I don't have Hulu, but I have a Fire Stick, so I can get anything that's on Hulu. What's on there?
Where you just getting in?
I had got together with a couple people. We had a couple drinks, and I taken some shrimp over there, and so we sauteed those and ate a little something. What, you about to lecture me about social distancing?
No. Oh my God, man. I need you to go to Hulu now, or go wherever you go and watch season 1, episode 1 of Songland. It is fucking amazing.
It's called Songland?
It's called Songland.
All right, I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it tonight.
Okay, wait. I just gotta say this thing, like, you gotta stick with it because.
So wait a minute, you want me to watch the entire series, or you just want me to watch episode 1?
You're gonna watch the entire series after you see episode 1. Is what I'm saying. Episode 1. So here's the thing. I'm realizing now that every episode they have a different person. So tonight it's John Legend. On another episode, I just saw a preview. It's Usher, and so it's like, because I want to tell you what it is. You walk in the room with a song that you wrote, and John Legend is whoever the person is. They've already told you who you're going to pitch to, so you pitch your best John Legend song,
right,
or your best Usher song. There are three like Grammy country award-winning producers that are in the room with John. They listen to your song, and then they start like giving you like feedback. Oh, you should change this, or you should do this, and I was like, okay, this is cool.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna watch it first.
I gotta tell you. I guess I gotta tell you this last part.
I'm listening.
Then one of the producers picks your song, takes you into the studio, and remakes it. And when I tell you the way I'm still watching the first episode, but the way one of these songs got remade makes me yell at the TV. You need to call me back when you hear it.
Listen, you know you go to bed early.
Oh, I'm up. Call me back. Watch it now. Call me back.
All right, bye. So that was my friend Khalid. I write about him in my first book. He was my songwriting partner. We used to write music together. So, there was LA and Babyface. There was Craig and Khalid. Good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook and YouTube live versions of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. I had such an eventful day today, but before I get started, I want to say thank you to my friend D'Antoine Howell for sending such a lovely Cash App through the Cash App. And guess what, niece? I got some amazing news today. I got an email today from YouTube. My YouTube channel has been approved for monetization. So the reason that I'm late getting on here is because I got in about 9 o'clock. And I started setting up all of the videos that I've recorded up to this point for monetization. And so that's what I was doing. And so I just came on, and I'm excited about it. I don't know if the super chat is working just yet. It might take a day or so for that to kind of kick in. I don't know. But I guess you should be able to get the notification Yes, Google Coins. Stacy says she loves Songland. Okay, I'm gonna start watching it. But I appreciate you guys pushing me to get this monetization done. Many of you were like, look at Marie talking about, I'm happy for you, but fuck YouTube. See? It's all Neffy's a nasty bitch. Oh, Neffy's a nasty bitch. Do y'all remember that episode of Iyanla Fix My Life? Hey, Valerie Simmons, Britton. Hey, girl, hey. So I appreciate you guys pushing me to get it done because I really was just like, fuck it. But anyway, I'm glad you guys pushed me and I got it done. So thank you very much. We got 3 boxes of books in today. So we will be shipping out copies of Words Never Spoken. One thing for certain, 2 things for sure. So Much to Say, a book of quotes, as well as Book of Jewels. So if you ordered in the past week and you've been waiting on your copy, they will be going out tomorrow, between tomorrow and what's today, Wednesday? Tomorrow and Friday. So please keep your eye out for those. What I'm going to do, because as I explained to you guys one day before that I went on and before she said she was a gutter snipe, my girl Liz, she said, Neffy's a nasty bitch, before she called her a gutter snipe. But, you know, as I said to you guys before, you know, you can defer. I'm glad I didn't give up either, Valerie. I said that, you know, you can call your credit card companies or whomever, your mortgage companies, your rental companies, and try to get your payments deferred, right? So I called my credit card company and got the payments deferred. So with the money that I'm not going to pay them, somebody say it with me, the money that I'm not going to pay them, I'm going to order more books because I don't want to be in a position. See, that's one thing that this whole quarantine has taught me, is that I don't want to be in a position of not being able to ship out books, right? Now, granted, I was going to be shipping the books to Philadelphia because remember, we were supposed to be on a book tour. We were going to go to Philly, then Baltimore, and then DC. So the books would have been going to DC, but I ended up stopping that, and so I ran out of books here. And so when some of you have gone on the website looking for that, who is that? Michelle Franklin said, thanks for telling me about the credit cards. I'm good now, keeping my coins. So I want to be able to have 100 of each book in my supply. You understand what I'm saying? Because with respect to the merchandise, like the coffee mugs, the t-shirts, all of those things that you can purchase over at CraigTheWriterStore.com, some of those warehouses have closed down. Not closed down permanently, but they've shut down because of the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? They can't have multiple people working in these warehouses. So some of you have ordered merchandise. Your merchandise is still in queue. So once the warehouse reopens, and I've already emailed you guys and let you know, so I don't want you to think that, because I wanted you to be aware and abreast of what was going on. Once those warehouses reopen, they're going to go ahead and ship your stuff out to you if you order t-shirts or coffee mugs or whatever. So I was thinking to myself, what if Amazon had done the same thing and I hadn't? Yes, you certainly can, Gia. Gia said, if we send a great donation through Super Chat, do we get to call in and say what is on our mind? You sure can. So yes, so the warehouses are closed temporarily. So, you know, just like a lot of places, like the gym, like my gym has been closed. So I don't think the gym is going to open up until June. So the same thing may be true for the warehouse, because you remember the merchandise that we send to you guys, it doesn't come directly from me. The only thing that comes directly from me are the books. But like when you guys order coffee mugs and all of those things, it goes directly from the warehouse, from the manufacturer to you guys. So that's why some of you who have ordered the wrong size t-shirt or hoodie, I don't know how they do that. Now, how they order something they don't know their size? So that's why when you guys email me and say, I ordered the wrong size, and I'm like, well, girl, you didn't. Can I change the size of my? I'm like, girl, wait, what? I don't know anything about. So, you know, if you ordered the wrong size, I can't stop that order because it doesn't come from Impeccable Works. It comes directly from the manufacturer and it goes directly to you. So the warehouse has been closed for some of those products simply because of this whole Corona thing. So it just made me realize that I need to really get on my be on my toes. Thank you, Jackie. She said, I'm going to still Cash App you because YouTube take their coins off the top. They sure do. But so it made me realize that I need to always have a supply of books so that if anything ever happens, that I can still be able to ship books out. You understand what I'm saying? So I just never want to get down to that. So anyway, so Dan Twan said, if you ordered the wrong size, stretch it out, buy two, and sew them together. So Valerie is asking about the information that I just gave. So what I was saying was, like, for example, like I pay my credit card bill every month, right? But because of what's happening with the coronavirus, you can contact your credit card company if you have an auto loan, like if you have a car payment every month, your mortgage company. In some places, like if you are renting an apartment, in some instances, they're allowing you to defer, your April and May payment, even if they're not doing April and May, they're doing April. So you can contact your credit card company and say, hi. Yeah, hey, niece. I've been impacted by the coronavirus, so I was just wondering if you guys can defer this month's payment without any penalty to me. So there's no late charge, there's no finance charge, and you don't have to pay them for the month of April. And you can just pay them for May. But I'm suspecting that they're going to offset it for May as well, because I really think this thing is going to go through like June, this whole quarantine thing. So, but for right now, they're letting you offset your payment. And so instead of me making the payment that I would normally pay for my credit card this month, what I'm going to do is take that money and probably pay, because I have an invoice, an outstanding invoice for Say It in a Card. We've printed greeting cards, so we have a whole warehouse over here of greeting cards. So I've been paying down the invoice for those, for those greeting cards that were printed. So instead of me paying the credit card company this month, I think I'm going to take that money and send it over to my printing company that prints my greeting cards. And then I'll catch the credit card company next month. Or I'll take that money and print more books so that I can have a really good supply of books. So when you guys order books through the website, CraigTheWriterStewart.com, I can have a supply of books. So that's it. So that's just a little money tip for you. I've been kind of sharing that with you guys for the past couple of weeks. But yeah, check with you. Even like one of the other things that I told you, you can call your bank. If you have overdraft fees on your account, don't be too proud to call them. Yeah, make sure they're not, reporting negatively to the credit bureaus. But I pretty much think that all of them are in sync with that they're not doing that. Like if you call them and let them know, they'll take care of you. Just let them know. But same thing with your banks. Like if you have any overdraft fees, call the bank and say, hi, are you guys willing to reverse these 3 overdraft fees or however many you got? Can you reverse these? Because, my money has been a little funny because of this whole coronavirus thing. So, you can call them. And they've been making a lot of concessions and accommodations. All right. So this is the time to do that. If you owe money to the IRS, this is also a good time to contact them. And say, listen, I need to make an arrangement, because they're really, really working deals now because they know a lot of people are impacted. Even if you have student loans, you can call your student loan company, let them know the same. Anybody that you owe, call them and let them know, listen, my income was impacted by this coronavirus, and I need you guys to look out for me. Can you offset this? Can you defer this payment? So just call them and, let them know. I had a very eventful day today. Will came by today. Will and Sydney came by today. Mantra said, my car insurance is giving me money back because of the virus. Yeah, I was talking to my mom yesterday, and she said Allstate is doing something like that. I don't know if you have Allstate, Mantra, or not, but Allstate is doing something like that. But yeah, so Will came by today. Will and Sydney came by today. And Will and we recorded the episode of the 8th episode of The Chef, The Writer and the Chef's Entertainment Review. Our podcast drops on Fridays at noon. You can subscribe by going to Patreon That's Patreon, patreon.com. Andrew, can you write that down there for me, please? It's patreon.com/the writer and the chef. And so we drop new episodes on Fridays at noon. So they came by today, and we recorded that. We got a lot of bonus footage. The bonus footage is going to drop tomorrow at noon. And then the podcast itself is going to drop on Friday at noon. So I wanted to try to, drizzle it out for you, because I know some of you are working from home and some of you may have been laid off. So I'm trying to dole out the content so you have something to do with your time in the middle of the day or whatever. So the bonus footage is going to drop tomorrow at noon. And then the actual podcast is going to drop on Friday at noon. And then I have some other footage that I want to drop for you on Saturday, because I just came from a little gathering. It wasn't like a major gathering. It was just me, Will, Sydney. You guys know Carlton. He was at Will's house the other week, and you all tried to make it seem like I was trying to get in that man's underwear. Selena said her food stamps doubled while they playing. I applied for food stamps too. Just because he wrote a couple books doesn't mean he don't want no food stamps. Lachelle, fuck they thought. Lachelle, the fuck they thought. Okay. So anyway, thank you so much, Mantra. Yes, I posted my great niece, Journey. She has a YouTube channel now. She loves makeup. And for her birthday, I sent her a little makeup kit. It's like makeup, and it's like nail polish with little stickers and glitter and stuff. She loves all that kind of stuff. So she has a little YouTube channel. And so I posted that for you guys. If you have like little kids or, nieces or nephews, because she loves to watch these other little kids on their YouTube channel. But anyway, so we had a little gathering. So I had, taken some colossal shrimp over, and we'll season them and everything over here at the house. And then we took them over to Carlton's house, and we had a couple cocktails. So I'm a little buzzed right now. And, we had a couple cocktails, and we sat over there, and we, powwow. So I have that bonus footage for you guys that are subscribed to the Writer and the Writer and the Chef's Entertainment Review. I'm going to drop that on Saturday, even though we recorded it tonight. So we had a really good time. So you get to see all of that. So I'm going to drop that on Saturday at some time. Yes, Mantra said, yes, everyone is eligible. Everyone that is eligible for food stamps are eligible for the max amount for their household size. Yes, listen, I'm trying to get my food stamps. I need my food stamps to kick in. I need my little stimulus check to come in. I need my stimulus check to come in. Fuck they thought, Lachelle. I need my stimulus check to come in. And I also applied for unemployment as an independent contractor, as a self-employed person. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get anything, but as my mom used to say, and she still says, nothing beats a failure. You got it, but a try. Nothing beats a failure but a try. So I'm going to apply, and see what happens, niece. Not going to apply. I've already applied. LL said, I'm going to send your work. I sure could use some food stamps. Listen, Denzel said, I miss the days that Craig used to give food stamps and rant about them and be stealing too. I didn't steal. I used to go into the Kroger and I used to change the price on the stuff. Like when you go into certain grocery stores, when you scoop out your chickpeas. Yes, I want all my money, Bianca. You go into the grocery store and you scoop up your chickpeas, or you scoop up your black beans, or you scoop up your pistachios. I just used to change the price on it because they don't make no sense for them to be charging those $6.99 a pound for those pistachios. So I would put like a 75 cents a pound on there. I wasn't above that. Yes, I was laid off from my tour. Damn right. I need my, listen. Corey said, I need to hit my caseworker up because she sure didn't mention anything about that. I'm not so, Corey, this is why you come on here. See, I'm here to get the information to you, niece. No, I haven't been out running in the park, Rafid. I love your name. What does Rafid mean? I need to put that down in my notes. Like I always take notes of like different names that I like because then I might use that name as a character in a book or something. Let me write that down. Rafid. Hold on, I'm putting down this character name. Oh, y'all so impatient. Character. Oh, here it is. Rafid. I have different names in here. Let me tell y'all some of the names that I have down. I have Kafele. I have Yafet. I have, what is that? Lyria, Lerya. I have Samaj, and I have Rafid. Somebody on the website from Lincoln, California. Remember that episode of Good Times when Janet Jackson got caught stealing? Caught stealing. Anyway, so I'll put your name down in here just in case I use it as a character name. I love that name. I was definitely in my cup tonight, Amber, but I also took my vitamins today. I took my A, my B, my C, my olive oregano. I took my biotin. I took my these goalies. These are good for lowering your blood pressure, niece. These are good for Kafele, Kafele. Gia is Kafele, Kafele. These are good for lowering your blood pressure, as well as it's a natural antioxidant. It helps you lose weight. Now listen, niece. Although I said it helps you lose weight, it's not going to give you like gastro bypass results. Okay. Somebody thought they were going to get these and they were going to go from a size 24 to a size 10. No, these aren't magic pills, girl. They are vegan. These pills are vegan. I posted the link in the video so niece you can listen. Oh, niece not here. He's in Tappahannock. That's where Chris Brown is from. Goalie is about to be gone from Amazon. See, that's why you need to use my link, niece, because they ain't gone from here. This is right from the source. And it's 10% off. And the shipping is free. Niece, see? Shipping is free. And it's 10% off. But anyway, I do take ginger and ginger root. Tawanda, I don't know if you're on the Patreon or not, but today I was literally boiling some tea today. It was actually ginger root, and I was explaining how I do it. I buy ginger root, the fresh ginger root, the actual ginger root. I clean it. I clean it really well, and then I dice it up. You just use as many pieces as you want. I like mine a little potent. I like mine a little strong. I put it in my tea kettle with some water, and I boil it. The water will turn. It will tint, because the ginger will change the color a little bit and give it a nice little hue. And then I sweeten it with, you can use agave, but I use sugar in the raw. And I drink it. And it's good for digestion. It's good for settling your stomach. But then also in the summertime, I do ginger iced tea. And I boil it still, but then I put it in a pitcher and I put it in the refrigerator, and I still sweeten it the same way that I do. But I put it in the refrigerator, and I always, people come over and they're like, "Oh, can I?" And I'm like, "Girl, stop drinking up all my shit." Will, every time Will comes over here, he wants some, so that's why I made some today, because Will wanted some today. I just got off the phone with Keon. I just got off of Patreon with Keon. I'm not Patreon, FaceTime, and he called me because he wants somebody he knows works in education. And they asked him to ask me to do a video, like a 15-second video, for them to show their graduates. Because, a lot of these kids are not going to have a graduation. So I think they want to show it to some of their high school students, just to encourage them and let them know that it's okay, that they're not going to actually have a ceremony. So I just got off the phone with Keon, so I'm going to do that video. and send that to him. I may do it tonight when I finish with you guys. Because I can imagine it's probably discouraging for some kids. Like Chase was here the other day, and he was saying that, he's going to the 6th grade next year. So he's graduating from 5th grade this year. But they're not going to actually have a graduation. But my nephew and his wife, Chase's parents, they're going to do a graduation at the house. They're going to do like a little graduation ceremony for Chase at the house because they've already canceled it. What did Bianca say? Do you think your birthday gathering is still on? Girl, I'm just going to do a little something here. What day is my birthday on this year? I might just be in here online with you guys. Let me see what day my birthday is on. My birthday is on a Monday. So we're probably doing the Queen Supreme Court show. I mean, ain't nothing else I can do. And then whoever that was that asked me about ginger and turmeric, I can't remember her name, her YouTube name. But the other thing is I sometimes put turmeric in my smoothie. Like I'm back on my smoothies now. I put a teaspoon or tablespoon, whatever I'm feeling. I'll put those in my smoothie. And, I'll drink it like that. What is this? But yeah, so that was my day. Listen, do you guys know that the thank you, Jackie. Jackie says she just ordered her goalies. Now here's the key. Take 2 in the morning before you put anything on your stomach. Take 2 in the morning before you put anything on your stomach. Okay. The Clark Sisters docuseries or not docuseries. Biopic is coming on. Is it Sunday? Sunday, and then my girl Issa Rae is coming back with Insecure on Saturday. Marquetta says she got some Fiji water for me coming for my birthday. Hey, girl. Hey, speaking of water, let me grab me a water real quick because I'm feeling a little parched about the mouth. I'm feeling slightly parched about the mouth. Oh. Eugene said, I take all of those pills. I got the oil of oregano from you. I take turmeric. Is that cumin, ginger root, and black seed oil? Yeah, listen, you on it, Eugene. I've been taking my black seed oil as well. Gia, I don't do all of those things. I still take my vitamins every day, but when I'm doing the celery juice, I don't necessarily do the black seed oil. I pull off of some of that stuff because the celery juice is a detoxifier too. So you don't have to do, like when you do your celery juice, you may not need to do these, right? But remember, I only do my celery juice 7 days out of a month. I mean, 7 days out of a month. When I first started, I feel like I tell this story every week. Girl, it feels like a broken record. Are they just not paying attention? Like, what seems to be the problem? What? Do they just like hearing me say it? Yeah, so when I first started with the celery juice, I did it for 30 days, remember? Now, I only do it for 7 days out of a month. So when I'm doing the celery juice, you don't need to do this. I still do my vitamins because that's something completely different. But I also pull off of the black seed oil too. I don't do the black seed oil when you don't need to do all of that stuff. It's just about alternating this stuff, right? Oh, come on, Cash App. Oh, thank you, Eugene. Eugene sent a little something to the Cash App for me to get some Fiji water for my birthday. Thank you, Eugene. I appreciate that. Manny Get Paid said, oh, Craig, you mentioned about the cream that was heavenly for pain. I need the link because my grandmother. Manny, I posted it on my YouTube channel this week. I posted it the other day. Let me pull it up real quick. That cream is vegan as well. It's made out of hemp. Let me pull it up and I'll show it to you. But they have it on Amazon. I don't have a link for it because Tonette sent it to me. But they have it on Amazon because I've looked before. I actually put it on. Here it is. It's called Hempvana. So, hold on. All right, so this is for pain relief. Can you see that? It's called Hempvana. is made with hemp seed oil. Or hemp oil, I should say. But yeah, just type in Hempvana. And it's vegan. It's vegan, niece. And you can post it. I mean, you can look for it on Amazon. And I don't. They might have it in Walmart and places like that. I don't know, but I know they have it on Amazon. I did put it on my Amazon link. You know, I posted a link of different products that I use from Amazon. Let me find that link real quick, and I'll drop it in here. But Jackie said, I'm just sending $5 because I just wanted to hear the notification noise. I was trying to find my Amazon link for you, Manny, because you can. Here it is, because I did put it on here as well. Here's the link. All right, I do use my sea moss. I put some in my smoothie yesterday. I use my sea moss. I absolutely do. The sea moss is very good for joint pain and joint issue. Even if you don't have active joint pain, it removes inflammation from your body. Niece, if you're eating poultry, chicken, and turkey, you got inflammation in your body. If you're eating dairy, cheese, milk, and all that kind of shit, you got inflammation in your body. Sea moss is good for removing that stuff from your body. All right. So yeah, so I have been using that. Okay, Eugene said that they have this, Manny. Eugene said they have this oil, this Hempvana, at Walgreens. He said, but he's going to rely on Amazon. But it's probably going to be more expensive at Walgreens and like CVS because they high as hell. I don't know who they think they are. And then let me tell you about this cheese, because Jackie said I love cheese. And you know what I've realized? Gia, I have the gel sea moss and I have the powder. I have both. What I realize is I think women have an affinity for cheese. I think it's something in your DNA makeup. I think a lot of women just crave cheese. And so what I will tell you is dairy or cheese creates inflammation in your body. So with that being said, it creates inflammation in your body. The inflammation in turn turns into mucus in your body, mucus in your throat, mucus in your intestinal walls and all that kind of stuff. That mucus, I should say, the dairy creates mucus. The mucus turns into inflammation. Inflammation creates cancers in your body. It's been linked with that. So that's why it's really good to ingest like your sea moss and things like that, because it clears that kind of stuff out of your body. The sea moss, the moringa. I talked to you about moringa. You can get Metro. You can get sea moss from Amazon as well. We have a natural store here in Atlanta, so we can get it from a natural store. There's a natural store in Atlanta called Seven Onda, which is one of my favorite places. But I just purchased. I posted this on my YouTube and on my Insta story. You can get these things here from Amazon. I purchased some chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a plant-based vitamin. And moringa. I bought both of these from Amazon. They were both $9.99 a piece. So this was $20 right here for both bottles. And you take a pill each day, right? And moringa and all of these things are good for giving you energy and all that kind of stuff, but it's also good for removing mucus from your body, and it's good for inflammation, preventing inflammation, all that stuff. Just Google like moringa. Google moringa benefits and chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is directly from plants, and chlorophyll benefits, and as well as black seed oil. Black seed oil rids inflammation. Yes, it does, Gia. All of those things. So Cynthia Edwards says, my body has felt so much better since I have started listening to you. Less pain. See, it really does work. And Cynthia, I don't know if you've ever tried the celery juice, but I'm telling you, that celery juice is a game changer. That's because, again, the celery juice is not just about what you feel immediately, right? It's not just about what you feel immediately. Like you feel the absence of joint pain or stiffness, because I used to feel stiffness when I would wake up in the morning. It's not just about that. The celery juice also prevents those things that you haven't even seen yet. The celery juice is good for preventing dementia, Alzheimer's, cancers, diverticulitis, a lot of stuff that just comes through your body. So it's a preventative thing too, the celery juice. So again, you know, the vitamins I take every day, but I do kind of fall off of the black seed oil when I'm taking the celery juice. I sometimes come off of the celery juice if I'm doing these, you know what I'm saying, the apple cider thing. Even if you don't have these, if you take like a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar at your house. Somebody said, question, in regard to your path, much is given, much is required. What was your requirement? What did you give up? What do you mean? What did I give up in terms of what? See it like it, I think it's see it like it is. I'm not sure if inflammation and burping are related, but burping and indigestion and heartburn, those are definitely related. Craig, how do you get the Cash App notification? Bianca, I don't know if you have an iPhone, but you go into your settings. Girl, we just talking about everything over here. We just tech support. You go over to your settings and you click on notifications, niece. Then you scroll down to Cash App and then you turn on sounds if you have an iPhone. Tawanda said, which is better, the sea moss pills or the powder? I think that the powder gets to your system quicker than the pills. That's just what I think. I used to use the powder form of the moringa and the chlorophyll, but I haven't gotten any of the powder, so I've been using these pills. Now, what you can do, because these are capsules, you can break these open and put the powder right in your drink or put it in your smoothie or whatever. But I think the powder is better for me. Now, with my oil of oregano pills, I put those in the freezer because it's a liquid on the inside, and you know, based on what some of you have said to me and what I've looked up, it synthesizes quicker in your body. Yes, I saw that. This is 1155 spot on. Rest in peace, Charles Gregory. I did not know him, but two of my hairstylist friends posted about him on their Instagram, so I did see him. So, in according to what I saw on their pages, he passed away as a result of the coronavirus. So yeah, I didn't know him, but I did see that. Oh, who is this? Said they're a first timer. Wait a minute, Miss Illmatic 84. Illmatic. Does that mean you're a Nas fan, niece? Chef Clark said, "My success." Now, wait, what was his question? Okay, he says, what did you give up for my success? To get to the next level in your purpose. Okay. Dion Banks says, "Does the sea moss make a girl smell funny down there?" Girl, no, it shouldn't make your coochie smell like. Girl, why would your coochie smell funny because you're taking sea moss? If your coochie smelled funny, it probably was already smelling funny. Amen. Okay, so Miss Elmatic says she is a Nas fan. All right, hey girl, hey. Okay, so let me answer Chef Clark's question. He said, "What did I give up for my success or for my next level?" I'll tell you this, and I think I talk about this in Book of Jewels. I think I talk about it in the chapter called Passion, Fate, and Destiny. One of the things that I was very clear about that I was sacrificing, and here's a quote from my third book. It's a book of quotes. Your success is on the other side of your sacrifice. So what are you willing to sacrifice? Whatever you're willing to sacrifice, it's on the other side of your sacrifice. Your success is on the other side of your sacrifice. And I noticed that there was a period where I had to be isolated. I had to be alone. I think hey, Bianca. Bianca sent $5. She said, because that was worth it. That was worth this. Thank you. Oh, so you figured out the chime. So for me, I think that what I've sacrificed is having a relationship. I think there are a lot of factors for why I've been single. Part of it is because there's a bunch of people out here that ain't shit, but also it's because I wanted to have a period of time where I was single. Like after my last relationship, I made a promise to myself that I would wait at least 2 years before I got into another relationship, because all of the relationships that I had prior, there was only a year lapse in between every relationship. And so I said, no, I need to make sure that I'm not some sort of monkey borrower. I didn't want to just be monkey barring from relationship to the next, right? So anyway, but I do think that because I've delved so deeply into my career, yes, the kid, I have had a relationship with a Latino man. He was from El Salvador when I lived in LA. And I really feel like, listen, those of you that are subscribed to the Writer and the Chef's Entertainment Review, Will and I actually talk about this. You're going to hear it on Friday when the episode drops at noon. I've already scheduled it, so it's not going to be late. I've already scheduled it. But I think that you can have it all. I'm one of those people that believes you can have it all. I believe that you can have the relationship, and I believe that you can have love. But I believe it's about, there's an art to creating that balance between the two. Because what we were talking about was Kandi Burruss from The Housewives. And we were talking about how, she just went and did this episode of The Chi. And then when she came back, Todd felt the way that she had another event scheduled in Atlanta where he felt like she should have made the time for him and their family. And so Will's position was, but when you're married to somebody who's really successful and they're doing this and doing that, you have to understand that that's what you're signing up for. While I understand that's true, but I also understand that the person who's in that position has a responsibility to the relationship as well. I think it's about creating a balance, and even though, you have this career, and I believe that, you should be able to do all of the things that your heart wants to, that your heart desires. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Kandi wanted to go back and she wanted to act. Because I think I've told you guys before, I used to write for a theater company here in Atlanta. Kandi was a member of that theater company before I became a writer for that theater company. But I've met her several times because she's come back and, that kind of thing. But so she's always had that acting thing. She went to a performance arts high school here in Atlanta called Tri-Cities. And a lot of the kids that were in the theater company that I was writing for, they went to Tri-Cities High School. And so she's always had that acting thing. So I do believe that you should be able to fulfill all of your things, your dreams. I think about Oprah. She started this network. She opened this school in South Africa, or not South. Is it in South Africa? I think it's in South Africa. But the point is, she shouldn't have to forego her dreams just for the sake of being in a relationship. But I do think that there's a balance as well, And so we were talking about that. But I do think that in my case, to answer Chef Clark's question, I think that I have, in some instances, sacrificed time with my family. I've sacrificed time, trying to nurture a relationship with, but I really don't feel like I've met anybody, when I was really grinding and trying to get to this point in my career, because I don't even think I've scratched the surface of where I'm trying to go. But I don't really feel like I've neglected anyone, but I do think that I've made some sacrifices. But D'Antoine said, he said something about LTR. Where's that question? And Bossy Bree. No, I've never read that book. But yeah, I do believe that you're always going to have sacrifices, whatever level you're at. D'Antoine said, what did you learn from your LTR situation, the good and the bad? Baby, let me explain something to you. This Friday, we're going to be discussing chapter 3 in Book of Jewels at 9 p.m. And that chapter is called Love and Fear. LTR is all through this chapter, niece. He's all through that chapter. everything that I've learned, because this book is 11 chapters of the biggest life lessons that I've learned. And so he is all through that chapter, Love and Fear. One of the things that I learned, I'll give you two quick things that I learned. One good thing that I learned was patience. Because I believe that there are degrees of patience. You know what I'm saying? There's one thing to be patient in terms of, I've learned to become patient because this was a part of the process. You remember I talked to you guys before about being processed, because there were things that God needed to work through with me, my level of patience. And so I think that was why my quote unquote success was delayed to a degree. But there are different types of patience. I had to learn another kind of patience, and that was in relationships. I've learned that, just because you've gotten to a point, an emotional point with a person, and just because you're ready to settle down with someone doesn't mean that they have to be at that same page. And I just believe that so many people operate under the idea or the ideology that love is control and ownership. That just because you're ready to settle down, that he has to be ready or she has to be ready. And if you're not ready to settle down when I'm ready to settle down, then you're obviously playing games. And I just don't believe that anymore. I've learned that. Hey, Mantra. Oh, thank you. She said $20 for thank you for all that you do. You've helped me a lot. Thank you so much. But I really do think that, we have to meet people where they are. So that's one of the things that I've learned. I've learned another level of patience. Right? But in terms of bad, I don't know if there's anything bad, good and bad, because I just process things differently now. I realize that and I know I say this a lot, but every single thing happens for your benefit. It really does happen to grow you. You understand what I'm saying? Some of you are home right now because this whole coronavirus happened, right? And some of you may have been laid off. Some of you may have been furloughed. Some of you may have your hours cut back. But the truth of the matter is, even this is designed to grow you. Just like I was saying a moment ago, this whole experience has taught me how to be more prepared in my business in terms of ordering books, not waiting until I'm down to the last handful of books to place a new order. Be prepared, like in a sense, so that if something was to happen where Amazon had to shut down for a week, like what happens if Amazon went on a strike and they couldn't print books for me? It wouldn't affect me if I had a supply of books here. So this whole Corona thing has taught me that. It's like, be prepared for the unforeseen. So even, with some of you, like, this is all designed to grow you, but you have to position yourself to see it as such. But see, most people, and this is not an attack, because I'm most people just like you are. Most of us are designed or are triggered to panic before we think rationally. Most of us are designed to panic first. You understand what I'm saying? But try to train yourself. Try to train yourself to think differently. You understand what I'm saying? Even if you don't get the stimulus, even if you don't get the unemployment, ask yourself, what is it that I'm supposed to learn from this? And then the idea is you have to trust that you're still going to be okay. Even if you got $13 to your name right now, even if you only have $13 to your name, you have to trust that you're going to be okay. It's so easy to panic. It really, really is. And I don't really know how else to say it. But there's an art to it. And again, I've said it in the book, but you may be in a position where you're not able to purchase the book. I get that too. But in this book, Book of Jewels, I talk about how you have to, it's a muscle. It's a muscle. You have to teach, like faith is like people tell you grow up, learning that, you have to have faith, but that's a muscle. And just like going to the gym, you have to build your muscle. Faith is a spiritual muscle that you have to build. It doesn't just happen. It doesn't just happen. It takes practice. And you have to consistently teach yourself how to be faithful. You really do. And but even for me, like just like in the smallest examples, for example, right? I remember I used to get really, really frustrated, like when I'd be driving someplace and I would miss my turn, right? You miss your turn or you miss your exit and you already running late. Or even if you're not running late, right? Even if you're not running late, let's just say you're on your way someplace. Thank you, Corey Dawson. That's Mrs. Illmatic. All right, newbie. I appreciate it. But let's just say you're on your way someplace and you're just on time or you're slightly running late and you miss your turn or you miss your exit. And you ever get that feeling where you're pissed off and you're so mad with yourself and you're like, damn it, I missed my exit. I used to be so frustrated like that. But then there came a point where I realized that everything happens the way it's supposed to. It happens when and as it should. And there's a reason that you missed that exit. There's a reason that you missed that turn. The universe wanted you to get there to your destination at the time that you were going to get there when you missed that exit or you missed that turn. Perhaps you avoided a car accident, a fatal car accident. Perhaps you were going to miss being burglarized, or you understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what you were missing. Everything is put into motion and into place for your benefit. It's all designed to benefit you. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at the good. There was a reason that you missed that exit. You know what I'm saying? And so so little examples like that, I started to teach myself. Or like if you're a person that's constantly losing your car keys or your house keys, you're constantly misplacing them. That is the universe speaking to you. That's the universe saying to you, niece, slow down. You're moving too fast. Like India.Arie says, slow down, baby, going fast. Head in the air, feet on the gas. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the universe telling you, you're moving too fast. Your life is out of order. And when I was in the height of my depression, thank you, Leslie Pearson, AKA my girl Les. Thanks, niece. When I was in the height of my depression, and I believe that depression is for me is described as like a cluttered mindset. It's like a mental fatigue, right? It's like a mental fatigue because it's not always clinical. Depression is not always clinical. I've described mine as a broken faith. My depression was a broken faith, a fear that what I anticipated or wanted to happen in my life wasn't going to happen. So I had this broken faith. And I've talked to you guys about this before. I was suffering at the time from what's called magical thinking. Magical thinking is when you think your life should be any different than what it is. Magical thinking is you thinking that you should make more money than you do right now. Magical thinking is you thinking that you should have children right now and you don't. Thinking you should be married by now, thinking you should be in a relationship. That's magical thinking. Thinking you should be further along in your business. You understand what I'm saying? That's magical thinking. When you think that your life should be any different than what it is. No, your life is exactly the way it's supposed to be. So at the height of my depression, my mind was cluttered. It was very much so cluttered. And these are lessons that I try to impart in Book of Jewels. This is why I say it's 11 of the biggest life lessons that I've learned about death, about faith, about life, about passion, fate, and destiny, about dating, about love and fear, about growth. So anyway, when I was at the height of my depression and my mind was just out of sorts and I couldn't really I was losing things. I was misplacing my wallet. I couldn't find a belt. I couldn't find socks. Shit was just, I couldn't keep myself straight, right? My house would always be cluttered. Pamela, I'm shipping your book tomorrow, niece. I don't know if you were on here at the beginning, but the books came today. So I'm going to be signing them tomorrow and shipping them out. When I was in the height of my depression, my house was always, it was a mess. Clothes, I'd have laundry in the other room on the bed, and you know what I'm saying? Shit would just be everywhere. But one of the things that I've learned is when your personal life is in order, when your personal life is in order, your home life is in order. You understand what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? It's like when your personal life is in order, you also remove the clutter. You also, niece, you also begin to remove the clutter. I don't think you hear me. You ain't picking up what I'm putting down. If your house is a mess right now, it's probably some mental clutter that's going on too. Once you clear your mind, I don't know what's going on up there. I don't know if you're worried about finances. I don't know if you're worried about your job security. I don't know if you're worried about an unstable relationship. But the point is, you're standing on a quagmire. Somebody say quagmire. Can we get a definition for quagmire down there in the comments? You're standing on a quagmire. A quagmire is unstable ground, niece. It's like quicksand. You can't get your footing, girl. You can't get your footing, niece. You can't get your footing. You understand what I'm saying? And so you can't get your home life in order. You understand? You got to get your home life in order. So once you get that, girl, I'm only going to tell you what I know from experience. I'm not telling you what somebody told. I'm telling you what I know to be true. Listen, I used to pray. Somebody asked me, yes, Brittany, quagmire, niece. Somebody said to me recently, somebody in here just said, why were you depressed? I was depressed because I thought that I could control. Look, Bossy said, she said, wait a minute, wait, where's she at? I missed her comment. She said, I got to clean this room. She said, I got to clean this room. Listen, but somebody asked me, why was I depressed? I was depressed because at the time, I thought that I could manipulate. I thought I could control success. I thought I could control relationships. You understand? I thought I could change certain things. Certain things you can't control because certain things are just life tools. Life tools that you have to go through. So there's nothing that you can do except to just surrender to it. And you know, Oprah used to say all the time, surrender, I surrender all. And you know, there's a gospel song that says, I surrender all. And I never understood what that was. Let me share this story with you. Now, you know, I'm a huge Oprah supporter. I don't care what y'all say about Oprah and y'all thinking that she sold out and stuff. I'm not believing that. But some of you may have heard this story. Oprah wanted to be in The Color Purple desperately. She wanted to be in The Color Purple desperately, right? Just like some of you may want to be in a relationship with a particular person desperately. That's the source of your depression because you're trying to force that relationship. It applies to every aspect. You can't manipulate certain things. Certain things aren't in the cards. Certain things just aren't in the cards. You trying to force a job. You trying to force a relationship. You trying to force a business. You trying to force finances. Some things just aren't in the cards. So she wanted to be in The Color Purple desperately, right? And she had auditioned for it, and she did all of these things. But then she didn't hear from them for months. She had read the book. She thought it was an amazing book. And she ended up getting an audition, and she never heard from them for months. She was calling the casting director, trying to get him to see her. Hey, I want this part. You can't force things, niece. You can't manipulate things. You can't speed things up. You can't speed things up, niece. Some things you got to process through them, niece. Stop trying to force everything. There's a fine line between what you can control, or controlling the reins to life, and then just surrendering to it. And so she surrendered the idea that she wasn't going to be able to get this part. She said, you know what? I resolved that I did everything that I could on my part. I auditioned. I studied the parts. You know, I did what I could. She did her part. Right? Once you do your part, that's it. There's not, as long as you exhausted everything that you can actually do, that's all you can do. Then you have to step back. And what happened was she went to a fat farm. She called it a fat farm. She went to a fat farm because she was upset, and she started, you know, telling herself that she didn't get the part because she was overweight. And so she's at this fat farm, and she's running around the track, and, you know, she's crying, and she's singing I Surrender All, the gospel song that I just mentioned. And then somebody from the kitchen runs out and says, there's a phone call for you. And so she goes to get the phone, and it's Steven Spielberg on the phone. He says, you got the part. And if you lose 1 single pound, you may lose this part in this movie as Sophia. And so I say all of that to say, you can't control things. And just going back to the whole, to the adage, what's meant for you is for you. What's for you is for you. You know, and so just so surrender to it. Surrender to the idea that it all falls into place the way it's supposed to. That's whatever you're going through. And so, you know, at that point in my life, when I was at the height of my depression, it was because I thought that I could worry myself to get to death and make certain things happen. I could push things into place, and you can. You know, you just have to believe, trust, and know. Believe, trust, and know. That's it. Believe, trust, and know. Like, if you can see it, you can have it. You may not be able to have it tonight, next week, next month, next year, but if you can have it, baby, you can if you can see it, you can have it. If it's in your imagination. The first quote in the book of quotes is, your imagination is God's proof to you of what's possible in your life. If you can see it, you can have it, because life would be unfair. God would not give you a vision if it was not attainable. He wouldn't. If you have a vision of opening up your own daycare, your own school, your own bakery, your own shoe store, going back to school to get your PhD, whatever it is that you see for your life, if you can see it, baby, you can have it. But it starts with the vision. It starts with the vision, niece. Long before I ever wrote any books, and I've shared this before, I saw myself talking to audiences of people. I saw this. I didn't know it was going to come through books. I didn't know it was going to come through Facebook and YouTube. I didn't know there was no Facebook and YouTube Live at the time. But the vision happened a decade ago. I saw all of this a decade ago. I didn't know it was going to come through this. Like, you may not. And see, this is the other thing that you need to know. You don't have to know the actual steps. You don't have to connect the dots. You don't have to know today how God is going to put it all into place. That's not your work. That's not your responsibility. You don't need to know step by step. All you need is the vision. As long as you can see down there to that vision, the space between here and there is not your business. That's not your business, niece. That's not your business. So if you can see it, you can have it. All right, listen. I've been on here for an hour and 5 minutes. I'm about to get off of here because I got stuff to do. Amen. I got books to sign in the morning. Thank you, Jackie. She said, you on fire tonight. My girl, Lachelle, sent $10 for you. She said, woo, child, stop speaking about me. Clutter. If you can see it, you can have it. Take away all that negative thinking. Take away all that negative thinking. Remove those people in your life, including your family members and these people that you think are your friends. Remove them from your life because that's clutter. That's also clutter. I don't just mean cluttered and shit that you stepping over in your house. Clutter isn't just literal stuff. It's figurative as well. Step over them people in your life that's causing you to doubt. Did you hear me, niece? Step over them people that's causing you to doubt. It's not just about you got all these socks and shoes and shit on your floor. Step over that shit. Step over them people that's causing you to doubt. You got to believe, trust, and know. Those are the 3 words for this week. Believe, trust, and know. Stop letting people make you think that just because they're family that you have to deal with them in your life. No, you need to move them over. Some people don't deserve a front row seat in your life. Some people don't deserve it. Some family members don't. Just because they blood, that doesn't mean that they deserve a front row view or front row seat in your life. On that note, brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Because anybody trying to kiss you if you don't brush your tongue. That's where all of the germs and shit live. Okay? Get your cold pressed, unrefined, organic, virgin coconut oil. Take a teaspoon, put it in your mouth, swish it around for about 5 minutes while you watching a little something on TV. Go spit it out in the trash can, not on your toilet, because that shit will clog up your sinks and shit in your toilet. Go over there, spit it in a bag, and put it in the trash, and then brush and floss your teeth and then brush because you want to get all that stuff out your mouth. The coconut oil, what it does is it removes toxins from your body, and it fights plaque, and it whitens your teeth. See how it whitens your teeth? Yeah. What's this? I need you to talk to several people in my circle that use that damn excuse all the time that we need to put up with it. No, you don't have to put up with that inappropriate stuff just because they family members. Niece. Yes. And scrape your tongue. All right. Have an amazing night. Say your prayers. If you don't believe in saying your prayers, at least take a few moments and just reflect. Just reflect, niece. Just reflect. All right. Monica said, Craig, I can hear you screaming. Well, turn your volume down, niece. Okay. Bye.